sports all plays. Yeah. Hard sports all plays. Hard sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Hard sports all plays. Yeah.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
Oh! This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Gonzo'S Wrestling Room, Monday, November 13th, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez and Marcus Fine. How's it going, guys?
I'm good.
Pretty good. Doing pretty well. Okay, we'll get things started off. I know, Marcus, you had a busy weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Chris didn't go to any shows this weekend, but you went to, I believe, three. So if you want to give us your rundown.
All right. I actually got results for 4 shows, and I'll go ahead and do the one Roger sent me.
Okay.
Our friend Roger Moore was at Emerge down in Columbus on Saturday night, and he sent me results basically as it was happening. So, Pretty Boy Smooth defeated Sam Beal. Sean Kemp and Chase Holiday defeated Swamp Funk to retain the Emerge tag titles. Lord Crew defeated Trey Lamar. Chet Ripley defeated Jeffrey John. Paragon defeated Kenny Cage via submission, and the stipulation, Paragon's now the number 1 contender for the heavyweight title, and Hagley now has to work in the Emerge front office, and from what I understand, that job started today, so you might start seeing vignettes of him in
I seen complaints.
I'm sure you do. And Daniel Eads, which was the champion, did defeat Justin Kyle to retain the Emerge title. So thank you, Roger Moore, on those. Okay, let me get this going again. Okay, I was at the Dub Friday night. Packed house.
Awesome.
Very loud, packed house. A lot of new people. And they were on fire. So as I told Reggie and anybody else that hears Reggie come up and says, how was the show? I said, it's the best show I've been to in the last 4 that I've been to. So they really brought it on Friday. So Scorpion defeated Hidari. Cecil Cerveza defeated Miguel Murphy. And then Hammer defeated D-Buck Sexton via count out. Buck just left. He just heck with it and went. David Light defeated IK3 to retain. No, he defeated IK3 to earn a title shot at Gunslinger Zay Gates, and that's supposed to happen Friday, from what I understand. So, you guys seen David Light? This kid's on fire. So, Jackson Morgan defeated Jake Elliott and Timmy Turner in a triple threat match. Then Zay Gates defeated Too Loud Timmy Jackson to retain the WCW Gunslinger title. And main event, Jordan James and Kenneth James defeated Pogo and Damian Real. Pogo was substituting for his brother. And I haven't heard nothing, but I'm wondering if Damon's not hurt, because he didn't work the Lafayette show either, but his brother did. So
Yes.
Damon may be nursing an injury. I don't know. So match of the night. Let's see. I will give it to David Light and IK3. That was very well done. So is that what you agree? Yep, Kelly says that too. All right, so NGW did a double shot in Crawfordsville. Match of the night, opening match. Cecil Cerveza and Tyler Scott defeated Zay Gates and Excalibur. Justin Danger defeated Luke Loveless. Haley Shadows defeated Rory Shield. D-Buck, Sexton, and Jesse Winchester defeated Aaron Atlas and Austin Ryan to retain the NGW tag title. I never thought that match would ever take place. Austin and his brother, Aaron. Austin and Aaron taking on Prestigious Worldwide. That's just one of the matches you just never thought was ever going to take place. And it went pretty well. So then Nick Moss defeated Gabe the Brave. And then the main event was a 6-man. It was Thomas Keith, Jackson Morgan, and Luke Lovelace. And they took on Jason Levi, Dalton Love, and the surprise entrant in that match, Joey Owens. So that was on Saturday night. Then Sunday night, and this is a first for me for an NGW double shot. Sunday night outshadowed Saturday night, and Saturday night was good. Sunday night was better. So I'll go into this a little more. Crimson Dynamo defeated Christopher Gates. Bashley Bones defeated the debuting Stella Buho. She does an owl gimmick, wears an owl mask. She came into the arena with an owl mask. She put the ring away, helped put the ring up. She never took the mask off. So TJ Powers defeated Kenneth James. Hidori defeated Cruiser the Bullfrog. Eric Surge defeated the Wolf of War, CFR. Okay, little twist here. Justin Danger versus Chris Chaos with War and Misery ended in a double countout. I gave that match of the night until the main event. I don't like countouts. I wish they'd go on, but they set it up that next month it's now a Justin Danger and Chris Chaos will go at it again in a no countout match. But sitting at ringside was Cold X members, the leader of Cold X, Shane, Shooting with Shane, and the new one, Tanner, who were sitting ringside watching Justin Danger. This was a damn good match. Funny with Chris Chaos, he would badmouth old women at ringside, and then he'd go over and hit on them. So one minute he's telling him to kiss his ass, and the next minute he's saying, "You love me, don't you?" And it's like, so, yeah. Very good. Yes, and Ravi was in the building both nights. I don't know if you've seen him do this yet. Yeah, you did.
Yes, I've seen Ravi, and I've seen that there were some signs in the audience for Ravi.
You ought to see the look on Justin's face Saturday night when he come around the corner. Them kids are holding those Ravi signs up. Then on the main event, you can only imagine how this went. Jason Levi defeated Congo Kong to retain the NGW title. Congo had that match, 90% of that match, beating the living hell out of him. He did a pile driver on him, and Jason come ahead at the end, but Congo was heel, unbelievable. So, 80, we were figuring probably 80 people. Yes, War and Misery was in the house. 80 people probably both shows, but Sunday outshadowed Saturday. I will have to say that I don't know if I'm honored and kind of humbled at the fact that people, when I'm sitting ringside now, are kind of changing what they're doing. They're kind of going more out there because they know I'm going to review the show. So I'm kind of happy to hear that. It was a good weekend. Very good weekend.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Seeing a lot of people, a lot of difference. What I liked about yesterday at Crawfordsville, you had people from AACW, you had people from New Version Wrestling from Danville, Illinois. I mean, you had a variety of people. Hodari, you had WCWO guys. Jason Levi, who wrestles everywhere. TJ Powers was there. You had women from 2 seasoned veterans, I would say. Well, I wouldn't say seasoned, but well, yeah, they're pretty well named now. So it was just nice to see a variety of people coming in. So I give it to Larry. You did well this weekend.
That's awesome. Real quick, we're going to go to our pro wrestling report, but I had a couple of things real quick. First of all, thoughts and prayers go out to Dex Royal, who's dealing with something. That's all I'm going to say, but thoughts and prayers and good wishes to him. I pretty much I know from Chris and Marcus also. Hopefully everything's going well with him right now. The other thing I wanted to touch on, and I didn't want to harp on this, but I want to thank everybody. We did a show last Monday night, and we had a huge response. A lot of people watched, whether they were good or bad. A lot of people watched. But I had some feedback from some people, and I'm not even, I had phone calls from some people. I know people. I know Marcus. People reach out to Marcus. We've heard a lot of feedback, and we thank everybody for the feedback. And I thought we did a show that needed to be done, and I was just going to leave it at that. But I just want to say thank you to the people that did reach out and appreciated the show. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Can I say one more thing before you
go
go
ahead.
on? Go ahead and put that back up there, Chris, about what Chris Higby put. I wasn't going to touch on this, but since it's out there, I watched it happen. For people who know that story, the amends was made with all the gentlemen there between Chris and Shane, and
Cool.
So it was fantastic. And then the hatchets were buried. So it was a good day yesterday.
It's good. That's awesome.
Glenn, you're gonna be in trouble, man. Be in trouble Sunday. Gonna miss another WPW.
Another show?
David's
I won't be
gonna
there either, Glenn, but I ain't gonna be with you. I can't keep up with
Let's
you.
say Marcus gonna be at a
Marcus
Pacer game with Glenn.
I can't keep up with Glenn. Glenn will have to go without me.
Okay. One thing I wanted to talk about on the Pro Wrestling Report was a lot of news coming out last week about the CW. Been a lot of stories the last couple of weeks about CW and the NWA. Been stories about CW and NXT, and there was also CW and AEW, but / Ring of Honor. I thought it was pretty interesting. It is true that CW did sign a deal with NXT. Heard it's about a 70% raise. Went from $15 million a year, a 5-year deal worth that would be $75 million before with USA. Now it's going to be a deal worth. Been some different reports, but somewhere between 25 and 35 million a year is what they'll be getting per year for NXT. The owner of NWA says they still have a deal with a major TV company. That's all he's saying at this time. There's been some reports that that's not true. I don't know. And there's a thing that came out, the Ring of Honor AEW owner Tony Khan was offered a deal for Ring of Honor and wouldn't even negotiate a deal, said he was worried about his other TV deals. So I guess they did reach out to him about Ring of Honor, which I think would be a huge mistake not to at least talk to him. I mean, wouldn't you think, Chris?
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody's reaching out to you about a TV contract, I don't care if it's for AEW Dynamite. I don't care for whatever you own. You take that meeting and you discuss it.
You would think so.
And I think that'd be a huge mistake. We'll see what happens with this. And I'm worried that the NWA lost their deal with that controversial thing they did on that pay-per-view where they did the cocaine segment.
Is he really? What's up, Vinny?
Oh man, Mr. Fischetti. Yeah, and he says Marcus behind can kiss his drunk ass. Okay.
What's up, Vinny?
Yeah, Vinny's been on here last. He was on a couple of our other shows.
Sports shows
last week on a couple sports shows as well. So we appreciate you joining us, Vinny. We've been telling him he needs to get back in the ring.
Yeah, we miss you, buddy. A lot of people have been asking about you.
Yep. Yeah, there is some rumors that the NWA may just be on the app. NWA may just be on the CW app now. So there've been some rumors of that too. But I know that I just seen 2 days ago in an interview, the owner of NWA said that they still had a TV deal. So we'll see what happens in the months to come. Pro Wrestling Report. Monday Night Raw had a real good. Mark, you might check this out. Had a real good women's battle royal, and I know you was impressed at that last pay per view with Zoe Starks.
Mhm.
Zoe Starks won the battle royal and will be taking on Rhea Ripley for the championship at Survivor Series.
And when is Survivor Series? That's
That is the
Saturday.
25th.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Not this weekend, but next.
It'll be during the JICW show, but I will watch it because I like some of the matches they got coming up. So
Yeah. Also, they announced War Games match. The men's match right now features Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn against basically the Judgment Day, Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and McDonough, JD McDonough. So that, and there could be, some people think there may be a person added on each team and make it 5 on a team. So we'll see what happens there. Moving on to NXT, the best match on that show was Dijak against Tyler Bate. That was a pretty good show. I thought Raw was a good show also. Moving on to Dynamite, match of the night there was Swerve Strickland against Penta. Thought it was a real good match, real fast paced. I'm a big Swerve Strickland fan, have been for a long time. Of course, MJF was all over the show, so it was a solid show. Next up was SmackDown. I thought SmackDown was a show of the week. Had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of storylines. You had Santos Escobar turning on Rey Mysterio. And then to end the show, you had Asuka turning on Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. And now she's part of Damage Control. I don't think it's going to stay Damage Control. I think Bayley's going to get kicked to the curb here pretty soon. But right now, there's going to be a ladies' war games, and it's going to feature those women and some other women. I don't know. They haven't announced the complete lineup on that. But I thought SmackDown was a really good show. It was pretty solid.
It's a MJF producing Iron Claw.
I don't know if he was a producer, but I know he's in it.
is that released yet?
I don't think it's released yet. I think it's coming up pretty soon, though.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Kelly is the shot caller for Mike King. Don't get lured in.
She's not calling shots. She's just part of it. You scare me.
Okay, next up, Marcus, if you're ready for your Indiana Wrestler Spotlight.
I'm going to have to. Mick Foley, if everybody knows, is a. He's got a heck of a career, and I'm still not done with. We may have to go another week.
Okay.
So it might be in 2 weeks because next week you'll explain what we're doing next week. We may not have time for it, so it might be in 2 weeks. But okay, let me see where I'm at on this. Okay, so we're going now where he started working at WWE. So Vince McMahon was not a fan of Cactus Jack, so he wanted to come up with a new gimmick for Mick Foley, and everybody knows he came up with Mankind, but he originally wanted to be Mason the see, I can't even say that. Mutilator.
Yep.
Can you even imagine that? Can you imagine? I bet that would have been career suicide for Mankind if he had that stupid name. Well, I'm already on the list, Daniel. I don't know.
I don't think it's the hit list. I think you're probably on the shit list.
Many times today. But anyhow. So Foley suggested Mankind, and he lived in the boiler room at the time, and he started the use of the mandible claw. He debuted on Raw on April 1st, 96, the day after WrestleMania 12. And he defeated Bob Sparkplug Holly back when Bob Holly was doing that race car gimmick.
That was right before he became Hardcore Holly, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, if he kept Bob Harley, if he was still Sparky Plug or whatever, that would have been his career suicide. So, but it wasn't he. He really was a race driver, though, wasn't he?
I think he did do some race car driving.
Yeah. Lynn, you would know that. So was Bob Holly an actual race car driver? And then we start the feud with Undertaker that went many matches. So they did the first ever Broiler Room Brawl at SummerSlam 96. And that's when Paul Bearer split from Undertaker and went to Mankind when he wouldn't let him grab that urn.
Yep.
They had to get to the ring and grab the urn. Paul wouldn't give it to him. So then Paul Bearer managed Mankind. Yep, I thought he did. See, I wrote this out a week ago. Shawn Michaels at some In Your House at Mind Games. Then back to Taker, leading to the Buried Alive match in Indianapolis at In Your House 11, and we was at that. And then he went back to SummerSlam 96. Wrestled. Taker became champion at WrestleMania 13. Can you remember, Tony, who he beat? See, now I know others wouldn't remember, but because I didn't care for WrestleMania 13. Well, some of it I did, but I didn't care for that.
I don't remember.
Sid.
Yep.
Because the main event was Taker versus Sid, and it was terrible. But then Mankind versus Taker for the belt at In Your House 14. Yeah, he was a race driver, just not a big-time race driver.
How's it going, Alex?
He was at WrestleMania?
Damien Dills.
Hey, Alex. So Austin Michaels
said he was there.
That's cool. So Austin and Michaels defeated Owen and the Bulldog for the belts, but Michaels got hurt. Enter G.W.R. And everybody knows that G.W.R. was created by the vignettes of his growing up, jumping off the garage and stuff like that. So vacated when Austin's neck got hurt. I'm assuming that was when Owen dropped him on his head. I'm not sure. Was there another neck injury in there?
I believe so.
Okay.
I think that was the main one. Yeah.
Then G.W.R. feuded with Triple H for false count anywhere, and then they did vignettes with G.W.R. and Mick Foley discussing who was going to take on Triple H in this false count anywhere, and entered Cactus Jack. So he's interviewing G.W.R. and Mick Foley, or G.W.R. and Mankind are discussing a match, and here comes Cactus Jack. I remember that. That was classic stuff because he's in it 3 times.
Yes, it was.
At Royal Rumble 98, he came out 3 times as all 3 personas. Cactus Jack at number 1, Mankind at 16, and G.W.R. at 28. Then Funk and Cactus Jack defeated the New Age Outlaws from WrestleMania 14 in a dumpster match, but then Vince McMahon said, no, you put them in the wrong dumpster. They stripped them of the belt. They wrestled in a cage the following night on Raw, and the new DX with the New Age Outlaws was created with Shawn Michaels now gone because he lost his title to Austin the night before. So, and then we didn't see Shawn Michaels again for like 12 years after that. So, all right, I got one more page. Like I said, I did this a week ago, so I'm a little rusty on what I was writing. Okay, G.W.R. versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at Unforgiven in Your House, won by DQ, versus Terry Funk in the first ever WWE hardcore match as Mick Foley took on Austin at In Your House Over the Edge, where Briscoe and Patterson was the timekeeper and the ring announcer, and McMahon was the referee. Duke lost, Vince fired him, and then Mankind came back with a different look where he's wearing the shirt and tie. Untucked shirt, untied tie, but he had it, and he had that new look. He resumed his feud with the Taker that led up to the King of the Ring, Hell in a Cell 1998 that everybody will talk about till the day we all die. That's the day they threw him off the cage into the... Nobody's never going to talk about that. That's never going to die. So, and then that was the end of the feud. And then he went from being mean to a goof and we got the vignettes with the hospital and Vince McMahon where Socko was born. And they made him the hardcore champ, won the WWE title on Raw, and WCW announced that, hey, over on Raw, Mick Foley's going to win the title, and everybody shut their TV off or swapped the channels over to Raw, and it was the worst thing the WCW ever did. So, lost the Rock, won it back at something. Survivor Series, maybe 33. I don't know. Oh, sorry. He lost to Rock and he won it back at the Super Bowl 33 halftime show in an empty arena match, and that's when he set the pallet on him and he couldn't kick out. And then he lost it back to Rock the next night in a ladder match. Won it back at Survivor Series 1999 in a triple threat with the champions Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H, and lost to Triple H on Raw the next night, and that became Triple H's first WWE title reign. And that's where I'm at now. So I will try to wrap it up the next time we do it. And maybe I'll be a little more fresh on what I wrote. But like I said, we had an interruption for last week, so
Yeah,
I didn't know what I all wrote
I think
out.
we'll have time. I think we can finish it next week.
Okay,
think
I'll
we'll
go
have
and write it out then.
Okay, next up, we got a couple of new segments that we're going to do. It's supposed to happen last week. We're going to do it the first of each month, the first Monday of each month. Our plan was to do I'm going to start off with the top pro wrestlers of the month of October, and then we're all three going to give our top independent wrestlers for the month of October. And this was supposed to happen the first Monday in November. We would give that out, but we had something special last week, so we took care of that first. My pro wrestlers, my top 5. My number 5, I'm already going to break my rules. I'm going to do a tie for my number 5. I've got Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso at number 5. I couldn't pick between the two. I thought they both been really good on Raw. So that they were my number 5. My number 4 was Gunther. Just making the Intercontinental title worth more and more. Great matches every time he has them. Hard-hitting matches, old school matches. I really enjoy them. My number 3 made WMJF. I think he's the best thing they've got going. Christian's pretty good. Might have been 6 or 7 on my list if I had a longer list, but MJF at number 3. My number 2 is LA Knight, one of the hottest guys in the business right now. He did lose to Roman Reigns, but I think he'll be fine with that loss. He didn't lose clean. And he looked real good on SmackDown Friday night, cut some great promo. So looked good. My number 1 was Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch went down to NXT, helped make NXT's ratings go crazy for the last month or so, helped build up the NXT title, gave it over to a woman that she had wrestled over in Ireland, and helped one of her proteges. So I think Becky Lynch has been the most valuable wrestler for WWE. So that was my top. She was my number 1. So that's my top 5 pro wrestlers of the month of October. And next up is our top independent wrestlers. What I was thinking, guys, Marcus, you give your number 5. I'll give my 5. He'll give his number 5, and we'll just go in order.
All right.
5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4. And again, they're not going to probably be the same. Marcus, do you want to go first with your number 5?
Sure. My number, and this is for the month of October. October 1st, October 31st.
Yes.
And we decided to split it up because we're not always all at the same shows. So that way we have our opinion on what we see, what we see. So my number 5 was Zay Gates. His pin win over legendary PT Hustler at the Dub a few weeks, back in October. So my number 5 is Zay Gates.
Okay, my number 5 was Jordan James. He had a big win. I didn't get to go that show, but I got to watch it. My wife was in the hospital. I was watching from the hospital. Great match. Probably the best hardcore match I had seen this year. Maybe one of the best I've ever seen. With help me with his name, guys. Who did Jordan James wrestle?
Funny Bone.
Funny Bone. Yes. And Jordan James, outstanding talent. So he was my number 5. Chris?
My number 5 is Jeremy Hadley.
Jeremy Hadley, number 5.
We see him about every promotion we go to, but he's working a crowd, in ring work. Just if you put everything together, he's one of the top guys on the independent scene. But I thought he had a good month of October. I know we saw him against Logan Myers in October. We also saw him against somebody else in October. Now I'm gonna forget, but Hadley was my number 5.
Okay, Marcus, you number 4.
I had Logan Myers. Logan Myers was mine because he wrestled Elgin at, I don't know, somewhere. See, like I said, we see so much. No, was that Walt's show? Elgin? Yeah, he wrestled Elgin at
Yes.
Thunder Blunder.
Yep.
And then he wrestled Jeremy Hagley at Warrior Pro to become the number 1 contender for the Warrior Pro title. And so I give it to Logan Myers. So
I agree with you, Marcus. My number 4 was Logan Myers also. I had Logan been wrestling great as of late. Just looks outstanding. So he was my number 4. Chris?
My number 4 was Dalton Love. That's who I had at number 4. We saw him at the DCCW show in Jay County against Gangrel and Mitch Taylor.
He became the champion. DCCW
became
champion
the heavyweight champion that night at DCCW. We also saw him in Kokomo ended up being a 8-man tag match, and then we also saw him in a Rumble match. Almost started a riot later on that night.
Yes,
but Dalton's been on fire here as of late. So I had Dalton as my number 4.
Okay, Marcus, your number 3.
My number 3 was Blake Money Wright. Him wrestling Elgin. I think that was Thunder Blunder also. No, it wasn't. He wrestled Elgin somewhere. I've seen him. No, he did that at
Was it
Cornfield Carnage.
DCCW?
Yeah.
Cornfield Carnage.
And then he became the new Thunder Blunder champion and the Warrior Pro title holder, all within like 4 days of each other. So Blake Money Wright was my number 3.
Okay, my number 3 was Luke Savage. Luke Savage defended his title over at DCCW and won that match. So I've got him at my number 3. Also wrestled in Kokomo. He's still tag team champions and wrestled in Kokomo also. So Luke Savage is my number 3.
I had Michael Elgin as my number 3. Saw him against Blake Money Wright in October there at DCCW against Logan Myers at Thunder Blunder.
Yep.
So yeah, dude's amazing. Dude's amazing to watch. Fun guy to watch. So I had Elgin as my number 3 for the month.
Okay, Marcus, your number 2.
Number 2, Kevin Panic. A very outstanding win over IK3 at the AACW show.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. It was an outstanding performance. I agree with that. My number 2 is Dalton Love. Dalton Love won the championship in that 3-way, like Chris said earlier, against Gangrel and
can you smell that? It smells like something burning.
Mitchell Taylor.
He won the belt there, and then he also wrestled in Kokomo in that tag match. And wasn't on Thunder or Blunder, no, but yeah, he's Dalton Love's my number 2. Chris?
My number 2, Loud and Proud Logan Myers. He had a big month of October. I know he didn't win all the matches, but with some of the opponents he faced and everything, now he's number 1 contender at Warrior Pro.
Yep.
And no, we're about to start seeing him at some other places as well. But I had Logan Myers as my number 2.
Marcus, your number 1.
Jordan James. I put Jordan James because of the hardcore match with Funny Bone in Portland, Indiana, Jay County, Cornfield Carnage. That's still my match of the year. That was unbelievable night, and Jordan James put on a heck of a showing with Funny Bones. So Jordan James is my number one for the month of October.
Awesome pick. My number one is Blake Money Wright. We've seen him wrestle Michael Elgin, and possibly also I think could be a match of the year candidate there at Jay County. And then at Warrior Pro, he won the Warrior Pro Championship. So I've got Blake Money Wright as my number one.
My number one is Blake Money Wright as well. That's who I had at Warrior Pro. That week time there, he had the on Thursday he won the Thunderweight Championship there at Thunder Blunder.
Yeah.
and then he won the Warrior Pro Championship on that Sunday. And then you had the Elgin match.
Well, we laugh about that.
What are you laughing about, Marcus?
I think we all know that. The Thunderweight.
Right here's the Thunderweight title. But no, he had that match with Saji. He had the Michael Elgin match, and then him and in that fatal four-way for the belt. Then the Piper GK fam and Hammer and Scorpion was in.
He had a great month. There's no doubt about that.
So that's why I ended up going, and that's not counting like some of the. I know he had some. I've heard he had some good matches in Detroit and stuff. Also, that I haven't got to see personally yet. But so that's why I had Blake as the number one for October.
Well, you guys out there, give us your feedback. What you think on our picks? Just don't be too brutal. And I think we did pretty well with our picks. I really do. I don't see how anybody could argue really with any of our lists. I mean, I know they're not the same, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, everything is subjective, and but there's we've seen a lot of good matches. Marcus seen more than we did. Marcus has seen again. He's seen how many shows now, Marcus?
87
shows. We've seen 51. So, and we're looking for another good month here and finish off in November, which Marcus just went to 3 shows. So, and we're going to be hitting a couple of shows. You going to hit 3 this week again, Marcus?
No, I won't be at Warrior
Or
Pro,
just
but
2?
I will be at I'll be at the Dub and
Just 2.
of course AECW. I may have 4 more to go this month. 2 Dubs, AACW, JICW. That should finish me out. I should be at 91 come December 1st.
Okay. Well, the next thing I got on our list is a 32 bracket top high flyers of all time, done by Bleach Report. We'll go through it and see what we come up with here. Their number one on the list ranking was Justin Thunder Liger. And he's going to be taking on number 32, Matt Hardy. What do you guys think?
And these are high flyers.
I think Liger. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll say Liger.
I give it to Liger too. Who you got? Kelly says Liger as well. She's knitting. She's crocheted, so she'll tell me who she picks, and I'll tell you.
See, Damian DeVille says Liger.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going, Travis Rader?
Travis Rader.
On the Dirty Birds.
Everybody's saying Liger. We got some more Ligers. Okay, next up is our we'll go our number 16 versus number 17. This is going to be interesting. Paul London versus Brian Kendrick. They were tag team partners.
Well, I'll say they worked together.
Now that's really tough. I think
I'm gonna say Kendrick.
I think Kendrick was the better wrestler, but I think London was a better high flyer.
Okay, I change it for what you just said. Kendrick was a better all-around wrestler, but yeah, I agree with Tony. I agree with Tony. Who you pick? Yeah, Kelly shakes her head. That's true.
Looks like London because see, Damien says Kendrick, Alex says Kendrick. But then you got Daniel saying London. Austin says London.
It's like London.
You said yeah.
Okay. Next up, number 9, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus number 24, Ultimo Dragon.
I'm going Dragon because those Japanese guys know how to fly.
I think Steamboat might have been the better all around wrestler.
No
but
doubt.
I think Dragon was the better high flyer.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think Ultimo Dragon was a better and not that he was terrible in the ring wrestler too. He was a good in ring wrestler, underrated. But I think high flyer Ultimo Dragon.
Got a Steamboat.
Got a draw.
Daniel says Steamboat. David says draw.
Kelly says Ultimo Dragon.
Austin says Ultimo Dragon. Alex says Ultimo. Chris Chaos says Ultimo.
Okay, we'll go with Ultimo Dragon. I thought this was I really didn't think of this guy as a high flyer. I mean, I knew he flew some, but they had him at number 8. Sheldon Benjamin, number 8, against number 25, X-Pac. I think X-Pac's a lot more of a high flyer than Sheldon Benjamin.
Yeah. Sheldon was more all around.
I mean, early in his career, I mean, he did some flying, but not.
X-Pac really wasn't that much of a high flyer.
No, but out of the two, X-Pac would have to get it. But you're right. X-Pac really wasn't much of a high flyer either, really.
Earlier on in his career, before he got hurt.
When he was the 1-2-3 kid?
1-2-3 kid. Yeah, when he was 1-2-3 kid, he did a lot more flying. He really did.
See, Alex says Shelton.
I agree with you.
Austin says
Austin Shelton too.
Chris Chaos says Shelton.
What did you say?
It's close. So I haven't picked one. I'm gonna go with Shelton.
I'm going with X-Pac.
We both go with X-Pac, but I don't think it matters. Sounds like Sheldon got it.
Going to make a difference. Sheldon. Number 4, Eddie Guerrero against number 29. A lot of people probably not going to remember this guy. He was a good high flyer. S.O. Rios.
You mean Jeremy Rios? Dad?
I was like, did we meet him a few weeks ago or
a
couple months ago?
I think
you met his son. You met his son. That was S.A. Rios Jr. I'm going S.A. Rios. Who's he going up against? Oh man,
he's going against Eddie Guerrero.
I'm gonna say Eddie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Eddie. Kelly says Eddie. Yeah.
Rios was good. Rios was very underrated. His stint in WWE didn't go real well.
Austin says Eddie.
But it
I think Eddie Guerrero too.
Alex says Eddie, but close.
Okay, Eddie. Next up, number 13, Brian Pillman versus number 20, Shane McMahon.
Oh shit! I'm telling you, Pillman.
Shane was more of a stuntman.
Yes, that's the perfect term for it, stuntman. But I
gotta go Pillman.
Prime wrestled Steamboat, and it was fantastic. The high flying, yes, Steamboat.
Oh yeah, it was.
Pillman. Who do you think, Kelly? Pillman, yeah, Pillman.
See, I think Pillman.
Damien says Pillman. Chris Chaos says Pillman. Alex says Pillman.
And I'm not taking nothing away from Shane. He did some spots. I mean, but they were spots.
It was spots, and you're right. It was stunt spots. That's a good term for that, stuntman.
This is the tough one. Number 12, Macho Man Randy Savage against number 21, Sabu.
Oh shit! Kelly says Savage.
Macho Man was doing stuff off.
I'm gonna say Sabu.
Macho Man was doing stuff off the top rope. Macho Man was doing stuff off the top rope onto the floor before anybody was doing it. But
Sabu was the one jumping off the top rope in the fifth row. The rest of the fifth row too. So
I think
if you're just going by high flying, I
think
Sabu. I gotta go Sabu, even though I'm a Macho Man fan.
Yep, everybody's going Sabu.
Let's see what we got in the comments here. Let's see, Austin, Daniel, and Alex and Chaos all say Sabu. Billy Buzz says Randy. Who'd Marcus say? He say Sabu too?
I said Sabu, but Kelly said Savage.
I got Sabu also. It's going to be Sabu. This is a tough match. There's some tough matchup. It's a pretty good bracket. Number 5, Jeff Hardy against number 28, Juventud Guerrera. That's tough, man.
Hardy.
Kelly says Hardy.
Man, it's really tough for me. Because Jeff Hardy did some crazy spots.
Alex says Jeff.
You say
Warren
Hardy?
says Huvitude, so that's 2-2.
I'm going Juventud Guerrero.
That's 3-2.
Wonder what Austin thinks about that.
What?
Kelly said Hardy. Man,
I said Juventud.
I'm gonna have to go Hoovy too.
I mean, DeVille said,
I think Hoovy's going to get it.
yeah, it's up to 6-2 right now.
That was close, yeah.
Number 2 on the list, Rey Mysterio against number 31, Taco Michinoku.
Shit. Ray. Kelly says Ray.
My Taco Michinoku wasn't too bad, but I got
He
to go
went
Ray.
for Ray.
I'll say Ray. Everybody's saying Ray.
Yep. Number 15, John Morrison against number 18, Chris Benoit. I think high flying John Morrison.
Yeah. I go Morrison.
I mean, Benoit better in the ring, but I'm talking but as a high flyer. I think it's Morrison.
So are they classifying high flyers as guys that can do moves off the top rope?
That's what I kind of classified as.
Because Benoit did that
I'm going to go with Morrison.
headbutt or whatever he done.
Everybody's saying Morrison.
Okay, yeah.
And I was a big Benoit fan, but
He wasn't a high flyer, really.
he'd go off top rope every now and then. But it wasn't like he was, yeah.
Next up, number 10 versus 23. 10, Too Cold Scorpio against number 23, Sin Cara.
Oh, Sin Cara is on there. I'm going Too Cold Scorpio because Sin Cara liked to use a trampoline a lot. So,
Yeah, I think Too Cold Scorpio. He was the Too Cold Scorpio was the first one to do that. Whatever they call that. I don't even know what's called. The double flip. The first one I ever seen do it.
Kelly says Too Cold. Flash Funk. Flash Funk.
Yeah, it's gonna be too cold. That's why everybody's going with Too Cold.
This one here, I don't know that this guy.
Damien DeVille said there was also 17 Sin Caras.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Number 7, Rob Van.
They were like the clowns and they were Sin Caras.
Yeah, that's true. Number 7, Rob Van Dam against number 26. I don't think this guy was a big high flyer. Carlito.
RVD.
Yeah, I think it's got to be our
Carlito.
Yeah.
You gotta go RVD.
Yeah, Kelly says RVD
Austin,
as well.
Austin, Damien, Daniel, and Alex all say RVD. So Chaos says RVD.
This is going to be an interesting matchup because this number 30 could do some high flying. Number 3, of course, he's famous because of the jump off the cage, Superfly Jimmy Snuka. At number 3, and off the top rope. Number 30, Chavo Guerrero.
I'm gonna have to give it to Superfly. He's the one that kind of started high flying.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was doing the stuff, you know.
Who you got?
That's a tough one.
What do you guys think out there? I mean, it was some help. Snuka, Chavo Guerrero.
Kelly says Snuka.
Billy says Superfly. Austin says Chavo. Damien, Chaos,
Like gonna be
Misery,
Snuka.
and Alex all say Superfly.
Snuka.
It's going to be Snuka.
Number 14, the Dynamite Kid versus number 19, Owen Hart. I think Owen Hart's too low on this list.
Owen. Kelly says Owen.
Owen could do stuff that was ahead. Like I said last week, he was ahead of his time. He done stuff that didn't see.
Will be Owen. Next up, number 11 versus 22. This is interesting. Chris Jericho, number 11, versus number 22, Evan Bourne. Evan Bourne was definitely a lot more flying, but
Y2J.
Jericho was very innovative too.
I go Jericho. Kelly says Jericho.
Just that's a close one.
We're getting some Borns, man. We're getting a lot of Borns. We may get an upset here. What do you think, Chris? What do you think, Marcus?
Him and Kelly.
We
went
both go
Jericho.
Jericho.
That's 3 Jerichos. 1, 2, 3, 4 Borns, not counting me and you.
I'm going Born.
And then there's another Born, so it's going to be Born. I don't know. It's so close. I would lean toward Born if you're just going by high flying. I think. But I'm such a big Jericho.
This is going to be
I was
interesting.
such a big Jericho fan back then too.
This is going to be a lot closer than I think some people will think. Number 6, Shawn Michaels against number 27, Billy Kidman. Billy Kidman could do some amazing stuff off the ropes. I mean, Shawn Michaels in-ring performer, Kidman ain't close as far as in-ring performer. But if you're talking about high flying, I know Shawn Michaels had that great elbow.
We know who Marcus is taking, his favorite.
Well, actually, I'm rifling through Shawn Michaels because he was more graceful, but Kidman had
A
it.
lot of Kidmans. I think it might be Kidman, guys.
What said Kidman as well?
4 Kidmans.
1 Shawn.
Another
2 Shawns.
What do you think, Chris? I'm going Kidman. On high flying.
Yeah, I'll go with Kidman. It ain't gonna matter. There's more Kidmans than there is Michaels anyway.
We definitely had some upsets. Okay, so moving into the next round, we got Justin Thunder Liger against Paul London, number 1 against the number 16.
I'll still go Liger.
I think Liger too. I think he was an innovator.
Kelly said Liger as well.
That is true. Ryan did say about Shawn Michaels and his Rockers day. They did do a lot of high flying in the
Well,
Rockers.
they did. Yeah,
That's
they
true.
did.
Liger and London.
Looks like it's gonna be the Liger. Alex said London. Everybody else has said Liger so
Liger.
far.
Okay, next up, the Ultimo Dragon versus Sheldon Benjamin.
Ultimo. Kelly says Ultimo. See, all them times you watched WCW with me paid off.
Who was it? Ultimo against who?
Sheldon Benjamin. Looks like it's going to be Ultimo.
Yeah, everybody's saying Ultimo.
Next up, number 4, Eddie Guerrero against number 13, Brian Pillman.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, now you got it stumped. Kelly says Pillman.
I'm going with Eddie, but barely, because I can make a case for either one. It's almost a tie, but I'm going to go with Eddie, because Eddie, when you got to remember, Eddie was a luchador, and he did a lot more flying during those luchador days.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go Pillman too. Flying Brian. Yep. I'm not talking when he was loose cannon. I'm talking.
Yeah.
When he was flying Brian.
When he's loose cannon, he was, he'd had all those injuries.
Looks like it's Eddie.
Eddie, get it. That don't surprise me. That was a hard one to pick.
Yeah, I was close. I think it was Eddie by 1.
Let's see what people are going to pick on this one. Number 21, Sabu, against number 28, Juventud Guerrero.
I'm going with Juventud.
Yeah, I think I will too. I'm trying to think of some. Yeah, they both can fly well off the.
I think
There's 3 Hoovies.
Kelly says Hoovie.
But now we got a couple Sabus.
I'm going with Hoovie.
Another Hoovie. So yeah, it's going to be Hoovie.
So Hoovie at a number 28 still in there. Okay, next up, number 1. Number 2, Rey Mysterio against number 15, John Morrison. I go. I mean, Morrison's good, and he was very innovative, but I think you got to go with Ray.
I go with
Again, all that stuff with the luchador stuff, man, he did. If you watch some of his early stuff, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Watch that match him and Eddie had at Halloween Havoc we were talking about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, and there's stuff in ECW too.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's going to be Ray. Yep. Next up, number 10, Too Cold Scorpio against number 7, Rob Van Dam.
RVD. Who you got, Kelly?
I'm a big Scorpio fan, but I'm going with Rob Van Dam.
Kelly says RVD.
Yeah, and getting a lot of RVDs.
Yep. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Number 3, Superfly Jimmy Snuka against number 19, Owen Hart.
Kelly says Owen. God, I'm gonna have to go Owen too.
I'm gonna go Owen as well.
I think Owen too. It's tough because the way Snuka and some of the stuff he did, but I think Owen. It's going to be Owen.
We're getting a lot. Let's see. Yeah. Everybody said Owen except Billy.
Yeah, our last matchup in the second round. Number 22, Evan Bourne against number 27, Billy Kidman. I'm going Kidman. Bourne was awfully good too.
I'll go Kidman.
It's close.
Kelly says Kidman.
We got 3 Kidmans. We got a Bourne here. Got another Kidman. It's going to be Kidman. Okay, guys, we're going to our semifinals, I believe. No, not semis, quarterfinals. Excuse me. Tough one here coming up. Number 1, Justin Thunder Liger versus Ultimo Dragon.
Ooh, and I think they actually worked each other.
Well, I'm sure they did.
In fact, I think I've seen it.
I'm gonna go Liger.
Kelly says Dragon, and I'll go Liger. We're going to split it on this one.
I think I got to go with the original guy, kind of in a way, with Liger. I'm going Liger.
Looks like it's gonna be Liger.
Didn't those two wrestle on WCW?
They probably did.
I think that's where I seen it.
Okay, next up we got number 4, Eddie Guerrero, taking on number 28. And I know these guys faced each other. Juventud Guerrero.
Oh, they was going to say Owen Hart. Eddie. We go Eddie. They wrestled on WCW also.
Well, yeah, I guarantee it. And all over Mexico, too.
That's a hard one.
I tell you, I think it's close to what people think. I think, man, I don't know. Eddie was better in the ring all around, but Hoovy was nuts off the ropes.
Yeah. He was like Sabu. His body didn't matter. He just done it.
Well, it's pretty close right now, guys. You two got Eddies. There's another Eddie, 4 Eddies. We got 3 Hoovies. What do you say, Chris?
I'm gonna go Hoovy.
That's 4-4. So I got to break the tie. Somebody else, come on.
Austin just came in and said Hoovy.
And
Daniel said Hoovy.
It's going to be Hoovy.
So who you picked, Tony? Well, you made everybody do your work for you.
He said, "Don't make a difference."
That was tough, man. Now, this one's going to be tough. Number 2, Rey Mysterio against number 7, Rob Van Dam.
I still got to go Ray. Kelly says Ray too.
I think
I like RVD, but Ray was better at it.
I think Ray also.
I think Dex Royal and RVD got a lot in common the way they can jump on that top rope like they do. Every time I see Dex do that, I think of RVD.
It's going to be Ray, guys. Next up is Owen Hart versus Billy Kidman.
Owen. Kelly says Owen.
I say, excuse me. Owen.
He got choked up about it, but he says it.
Don't get all choked up, man. I think Based on high flying, I can almost give it to Kidman, but it ain't gonna make a difference. Owen's got it. Okay, we're down to our final four. Pretty good final four. We've got Justin Thunder Liger, who was number 1, against number 28, believe it or not, G.W.R.
Now we'll have to go Hoovy.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go Liger.
Liger was nuts too. I mean, especially early on. Man, I don't know.
Kelly says Liger.
I think I'm going Liger too. So where we at? What you said Hoovy, right, Marcus?
Yeah, but I think I'm the only one that did.
No, we got some other ones on here.
Looks like Liger by like 1.
Well, Hoovy tied it. He tied it. Ryan, what you saying, man?
He went Liger.
So it's gonna be Liger.
I ain't disappointed. Liger was good.
Okay, Rey Mysterio versus Owen Hart.
Damn it!
I'm going Rey.
I'm about to go Ray.
It's got to be Ray. What do you think, Kelly? She's like me. It's like Ray.
2 Rays on here. 3 Rays, and we got 1 Owen.
It's gonna be Ray.
It's gonna be Ray. Well, you got 2 of the greatest ever done it in the finals, and it was their number 1 and their number 2.
So now you got Ray and Juicing. Who you want?
Liger. That's no, it's Hoovy went. Who won, Liger or Hoovy?
Liger.
Liger won. Okay.
Liger won it.
Yeah, Liger won. So it's Liger versus Ray.
We say Ray, both of us.
I say Liger.
That's a tough one.
Looks like it's gonna be. I got Liger. There's some Ligers are coming up now. You two took Ray.
Yes.
Okay. Looks like it's gonna be Ray, doesn't it?
Did he do
Real
it?
close.
Real close though. That was a pretty good bracket. I thought there were some that were at the end of the bracket that should have been farther up, but the number 1s and 2 was pretty close. I didn't see where. I mean, I'm not putting Shelton Benjamin down, but I didn't see Shelton Benjamin as an 8.
Yeah.
And Hoovy is a 28.
Well, I mean, you have people like Tiger Mask that should have been on there in some
True.
places.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm trying to think who else I've seen. Yeah, I thought Tiger Mask should have been on there somewhere. Eddie Gilbert could do some flying too at one time.
Yes, that's true. Everybody, next week, just give you a heads up what we're going to be doing for the show. We'll be doing our indie reports. I know Marcus will be doing WCWO, and we'll all be doing AACW. Man, Chris will be doing more pro. We'll be doing our pro wrestling report. Marcus will be doing his finishing up, I think, is Mick Foley.
We're going to finish it up.
Yep. And then, and if any of you guys like to get on this and put it in the comments or stuff, I know Warren Misery is going to be on with us, and I think Austin's going to be on with us to do this. We're making our own Survivor Series cards since next Saturday is Survivor Series. So Monday the 20th, we'll be doing our own Survivor Series cards. You can use anybody you want. You can do mixed teams, women and men. You can do old school, new school, mixed. You want to do all new school, all old school. However you want to do it. In any, it can be 5-on-5 matches, 4-on-4. It can be, you can have single matches. You can have war games. It's your card.
Single matches?
Huh?
You are going to do single matches?
Yeah, if you want to do a single match, you can do a single. You want to do a tag?
Or if you heard that, you can do singles if you want.
So anything that you want to do, just don't do 20 matches. I mean, if you want to do 8 matches, 6 matches, 10 matches, let's not do 20 matches. So I think we'll have a good week next week. And then on the 27th, our big topic is going to be make your own factions and come up with names. You want to have managers, whatever, but you're going to be making up your own factions.
All right.
I need an opponent for the gobbledygooker.
Who said that?
Warren Misery. The Red Rooster.
Well, we have anything else for tonight? All right. Looking for some wrestling shows for this weekend. Of course, Friday you got WCWO. Saturday AEW.
BMFX, FEW, not FEW, sorry, NEW. I think is running this weekend too. Yes, because Brody's working both shows. No, not Brody. Somebody's working both shows.
Yeah, I knew there's some people. Yeah, a couple of people, I think.
I've talked to a lot of people this weekend. I can't remember who said that.
And then
FEW or so yeah.
the Warrior Pro on Sunday.
We're pro on Sunday. And I'm sure there's other stuff.
Saturday is Warrior Pro. Bring toys. We're doing a toy drive.
Yeah, FEW's on Thanksgiving.
Yep. Have you done some for Thanksgiving night? FEW.
It's like the Rob Kincaid Memorial Show. I don't think they quite call it that, but
I'd like to go to that, but I got to work. I got to work Thanksgiving night.
That will be a FEW on the December 3rd.
December 3rd, yes.
But I want to thank everybody for watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room as well. Like I said, there's quite a few wrestling shows this weekend for a show to go to. We'll be back on Monday with another episode of the G.W.R. Gonzo'S Wrestling Room. Hope everybody has a great night. We'll see you next time.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
Here, this is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all